Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all safe and doing well. So, for this session, we'll talk about your antipsychotic drugs. So, before that, let us put ourselves to the holy presence of God as we say in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Jesus, divine Master, I adore you as a word incarnate, sent by the Father to instruct man in life giving truth. You alone have the word of eternal life. I ask you pardon for all the times that I have not listened to your word in the Bible and the teachings of the church. Master, show me the treasures of your wisdom. Enlighten my mind and expel from it all the darkness of sin and ignorance. Give me a diligent and obedient spirit, a quick mind to grasp ideas and retentive memory. Above all, assist me with the light of your Holy Spirit so that I may apply my studies for your honor, for my salvation, and for the good of others. Amen. In the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay. Good afternoon once again, everyone. For today's session, we'll talk about our antipsychotics. So for history, we have two older drugs. We have your Rauwolfia serpentina and we have your chlorpromazine. So the first one was Rauwolfia serpentina. So this was called also your devil pepper, serpentine wood, Indian snake root, and we have your chlorpromazine, which produces catalepsy in rodents, and also it gives also your extrapyramidal syndrome in humans. But before that, the plant source was mainly your Wolfia serpentina. And the following drug na extracted from a source now is your chlorpromazine, and followed by the newest one or the newer generation one, which is your clozapine. Your clozapine naman produces fewer EPS. What's EPS? It's your extrapyramidal syndrome at equivalent at antipsychotic doses in man and laboratory animals. So the prototype drug that was released in the market, not a herbal drug, it's your chlorpromazine. So that's the first generation na drug na release for um this disease. So before we move, we have to talk about the definition of terms. We have your psychosis and schizophrenia. So how do we differentiate your psychosis and schizophrenia? Take note that your psychosis is an umbrella. Napakalaki niya. And under psychosis, we have schizophrenia. So the differentiation in terms of definition, psychosis can't differentiate what's real or not. There is a presence of delusion or false belief, grossly disorganized thinking in a clear sensorium, while your schizophrenia meron pa ring clear sensorium pero there's a perceptual disturbance. So I could still see you, real you, but something, I have thoughts that are not present, that is about you. Neurodevelopmental disorder, so um, it progress, and then there's problem with the structural functional changes in the brain and is present even in utero in some patients. So when you hear naman neuroleptic, this is a type of antipsychotic that has higher incidence of your EPS at clinically effective doses or catalepsy in laboratory. So again, your neuroleptic, ito naman yung napaka-high ng EPS. So basically, ang pinaka-high sa EPS yung mga first generation, yung mga unang nalabas na category. And sino naman yun? Ito yung si chlorpromazine, yung prototype. So that's your neuroleptic. But in other sense, no, pag when you hear the word neuroleptic, automatic yun mo ma-think is antipsychotic. Okay? Pag neuroleptic, automatic antipsychotic agad. But you have also to know that hindi lahat in specific definition, hindi lahat ng antipsychotic defined as neuroleptic. Ito lang yung pinaka-high at EPS. Your EPS naman, your extrapyramidal syndrome, it is an involuntary movement that you cannot control. So, hindi mo na kukontrol yung mga galaw. Tranquilizer, ito naman, is a drug that induce or the drug that reduce anxiety, fear, tension, agitation, and related states of your mental disturbance. Okay. So Major tranquilizers are ito. Again, when everything is down, nawawala yung anxiety, fear, tension, agitation. That is what you call tranquilizer. We have your minor tranquilizers. Your minor tranquilizers are yung mga benzodiazepine, anticonvulsants. Yun, yung minor. Yung major naman ito, yung antipsychotic. Okay? And we have different types of your extrapyramidal syndrome. We have your acute dystonia, tardive dyskinesia, pseudoparkinsonism, and your akathisia. So kindly research what are the following. These are related with your hindi pala. Yeah, this is our movement disorders. No, you can study this again. This was some of it are discussed na pod sa inyuhang kanang anti-Parkinson drug. So when you study anti-Parkinson's, I hope you studied also different types of movement disorders. So this is your mind map. In discussing psychosis and bipolars, we have the following drugs. So your antipsychotics, we have your classical or your first generation, and we have your newer ones or your second generation. And your ano also, your typical, that's the first generation, typical antipsychotics. And we have your atypical, that's your newer antipsychotics. Okay, again, for the classic, also known as your typical drugs or your first generation drugs, ang prototype niya is your chlorpromazine. Again, when you say prototype, ito yung first drugs na available sa market. While your newer agent naman, yung clozapine yung unang nalabas dito. Okay, they are differentiated because iba yung um, iba yung target niya, iba yung favorite niya. For the classical drugs, they focus on D2 receptor. Yung receptor pala, they are highly specific or highly affinate to the D2 receptor, while your newer agent naman is highly affinate in your 5-HT2 receptor. While the bipolar drugs, we have your classic, which is your lithium, and your newer agents naman, we have your mix. We have your anticonvulsants. Yes. Yun. So what is the pathophysiology of your schizophrenia? What's the main reason why we have that? So take note, we have past, present, future analogs, past, present, future, and analogs related concerns or sources. So for the past, they thought that your schizophrenia was just an excessive dopamine activity, excessive dopaminergic activity. And because of that reason, we started antagonizing dopamine receptor. Take note, we have a lot of dopamine receptor. We have your 1 to 5, and yung dopamine 1 and 5 are stimulatory, while your 2, 3, and 4 are inhibitory. So here, your past is excessive dopaminergic, and we antagonize them. That's the main pharmacologic action for that. And for the present naman, today, we discovered that it's not just pala your dopamine. We also have looked into your serotonin, and meron pala siyang problem then. If you also increase the level of serotonin, there's too much happiness, happy hormone, imbalance, happy hormone, we will also feel like we are more like psychotic. So, um, we also combined your 5-HT2 antagonism and your D2 antagonism. Okay? And then future, future study, this is now unlocking or bridging other factors. Your NMDA, which is excitatory, could also have a factor. So imbalance of your cortical communication and cortical midbrain also had some effects in your psychosis. Um, More selective antagonists, mixed agonist and antagonist neuropeptide. Ito yung mga drugs that could treat that problem. Okay? And then we now have analogs also. We integrated and multiple neurotransmitter na pala itong gi-connect. Okay? So here we have your dopaminergic pathway. Take note, your dopaminergic pathway did show us that asa padulong ang dopamine, asa siya nag-integrate, asa siya nag-start, and asa siya padulong. So we have mesolimbic pathway, wherein we see positive symptoms. We have your mesocortical pathway, that is your negative symptoms. We have your nigrostriatal pathway, this is your where we see your extrapyramidal syndrome symptoms or syndrome, and your fundibular pathway, ito naman nakikita natin si prolactin secretion. So again, ma'am, what is positive, what is negative? When you say positive, we find something that is extrovert nga, nga action. So we sometimes see ourselves hallucinating, very euphoric, parang ganun, no? Very colorful yung brain, very excited yung brain. That is mesolimbic pathway ang responsible for that dopaminergic activity. Your mesocortical pathway naman, that's the area wherein we find or naging stimulatory yung, naging na-induce yung mga negative symptoms. Ano ba yung mga negative symptoms for psychosis? Ito yung anhedonia, yung isolation. So you don't want to associate yourself. So naging antisocial, ganun. Anything that keeps yourself into introverted, too introverted, that is under negative symptoms. And your negative symptoms is in mesocortical. Negrostriatal again is the movement disorder when we feel tremors or anything, gait, iba naman yung nilalakad. Tapos yung tuberoinfundibular prolactin secretion. Why are we including this? So in your Parkinson's drug, we studied the relationship between your dopamine and your prolactin. So it's inversely proportional, right? Therefore, here, if we increase dopamine, we decrease prolactin. But if we give drugs that decreases your dopamine, we increase prolactin. And that's the reason why we could see patients nga mag gynecomastia in males, no? They will secrete your breast milk, okay? How do we remember? How should we remember this one? So take note, for mesolimbic, I want you to remember Soli. So whenever you say Soli, so naging positive na yung environment. So Soli means like sorry. Soli, parang sorry. So it's positive. Next naman, pag masuko, no? Mesuko. If you get angry, it's very negative. Environment become negative. Take note, mesuko. Suko means parang negative. Nigrostriatal. So, it's not about racial problem, no, hindi to racist, but I want you to remember yung mga black natin, yung mga black American natin, black friends natin. The black was bad to say, no? Pero take note, hindi to siya bad thing. We just use this as a mnemonic. And the color is not even bad. It's the idea lang for those people who are thinking of it as bad. So, negro striatal, negro means black. Yeah, in the definition. So, yeah, Black American, especially Africans, they love fighting. They love boxing. So with that, EPS parang movement siya, related problem. So EPS is more like movement. Okay, get niyo ba yon? Negro striatal, negro, again, parang um black athletes, so they love working and they love boxing. So parang EPS siya related. When you say tubero infundibular, tubero palang murag gripo, right? Tubero, tube, parang grepo. So, yung grepo, ano siya, nagdi-drip siya ng mga milk. So, yun na nga yung clue natin. Again, we have four different pathways for dopaminergic. We have your mesolimbic, mesoli. Soli means positive, therefore, positive symptoms. Next naman, mesoko, mesocortical. Soko means, soko, parang angry, so that's negative symptoms. Next naman, we have your nigrostriatal, that's a area of the induction of your EPS-related problem, so movement. And then tubero-infundibular, tubero is like dripping of milk, so it's prolactin secretion. Okay? So I hope you remember those four. So this is the area. So diri nga part ato ang tubero-infundibular, mesolimbic, and somewhere here is near nigrostriatal. So we have different symptoms. So sabi ko nga earlier, we have two symptoms. For positive, we have your hallucinations. So your hallucinations could be auditory. It could be also um, visual, or auditory, or marami siya. But okay, here, the most common type of hallucination is auditory. Next naman, delusions, paranoia. Feel ko na ako'y kanang superpower o kanang ganun ba, no? Okay naman mag-ano ka, mag-affirm ka sa imong self that you can make the most of the day. Pero parang imo yun ingon nga, nakoy power mo, lupad lagi ko, sige mo ambak na akong bridge. And the idea of kanang, you feel like there's a nakay wings, no? Parang ganun. nga to the point that you will risk your life. Parang delusions na talaga yun. And if you feel like nadato na siya tungod kay kanang nihatag ko niya og kwarta, even if wala, no, you're claiming the existence of that person without any connections sa inyong duha. That's also delusions. It could be paranoia or delusions of grandeur or grandeur delusions. Referential, focus of attention. Persecutory delusions are being blamed. So person day feeling niya pati yun siya anytime without wala naman katotohanan, no? Wala namang valid reasons why, pero yun na nga, feeling niya papatayin siya anytime. Grandeur, yun nga, false claim nga feeling niya kanang siya ang rason nga nadaog siya atong isa ka nadaog ang usa ka tawo bisag wala man sila connection ganon. Okay, there could be disorganized speech. So random rambling of words. You'd see somebody in the street. No, we have those fellow Filipinos that have not been checked with our psychiatrist na asa gawas niya magyaw-yaw. Yan, that's a positive symptoms for psychosis. And then bizarre behavior. So suddenly nawarak siya. So we have those kind of problem for our patients nga gikan sa war. So suddenly nag-act sila as if nibalik ang ilahang pagkabata nga nag-ano sila, nag-service sila sa war. So those people, very sad history. No, I mean, even if we don't know if nasa sila psychosis of wala, each of us has our own kind of problem. So we must be sensitive and mindful. For patients with those kind of trauma, yung mga post-traumatic. Yung post-traumatic is more likely depression yun. Pag hindi yun na agapan, it may lead to have a problem of psychosis. So, parang feeling nila everyday na imupatay nila and that will become ganun na problematic. So again, a lot of people ask, not a lot of people, pero there are people who ask me, na pa ba na siya solusyon? It's so sad to hear those kind of questions. Ma'am Abby, na pa na siya sulbad? Yes, there are still. Pero take note, bread alone can suffice the day. Sabi nga sa Bible, no? You cannot just eat by eating bread alone. You have also to eat words. So, inspiring words, kind words. So, our patients who have this kind of problem, hindi dapat gamot lang yung binibigay natin. Also, we give them comfort through our own ano, encouraging words. So, di dapat ta mawala og mawalaan og pag-asa. Pero we still have stigma. So, slowly and slowly, we'll help those people, we'll help the patients to overcome their problem. I hope also each one of us. Kasi we cannot feel other cups if kita mismo wala pod ta nag-feel sa atong cup. So, we have to heal ourselves also to heal other people. That's for positive symptoms. Next naman, we have your negative symptoms. We have your alogia. Alogia is the inability to speak because of mental defect and mental confusion or aphasia. Next naman, we have your anhedonia. This one is lack of interest, pleasure. Wala talaga. So parang suddenly, all of a sudden, you were very, very active and then you suddenly shut the world. Wala na. That's anhedonia. But take note ha, hindi ito minute lang. Like today, it means longer yet chronic. Next, we have your avolition, that's lack of motivation. Asociality, they isolate themselves from people. Flattening of affect, hindi na nakatingin sa'yo. They are, poor eye contact. Ma'am, feel ko ma'am na ako aning tanan. No? Take note, we do feel all this kind of negative symptoms, pero take note, we don't diagnose ourselves alone. We need professional help and we need professional diagnosis. So for our psychiatrists, psychologists to define us, to diagnose us, they have series of questions. So they have series of questions to check if asa tadapit sa to ang emotional health, mental health. Okay? Okay. So in short, this is how it looks like. Positive are like parang colorful na super na imbalance, while your negative naman is isolation. If you are the type of person that is already extroverted and you wanted to be introverted, I tell you that is something very difficult to do. It also works the same way with introverted people and then you want them to be extroverted. Walang problema doon. Pero pag hindi mo naman gusto, wag mo na lang pilitin, no? Slowly and slowly open up, pero wag mong idiretso. So if you're the friend that is extrovert, help yourselves, help your friends, engage them well. And also, if you are introverted naman, yung pinaka merg seryoso na to nga type of friend is yung mga, hindi yung serious, yung mga funny people. Because we don't know what are their problems. So when you see them, you just say hi and then kumusta? Always yung mga mga catch up, mga regards na to nga question, kumusta? It may look simple and effortless, pero if you ask the right person that might need that question, they will eventually break down and cry or maybe even hug you. So, yun na nga, words have power. So, yung gina-study na to nga drugs, they may help because they may alter the balance of neurotransmitter. Pero ang pangutana jud nako ani always, kinsa day nag-una? Kinsay nag-una? Ang imbalance sa neurotransmitter or ang scenario sa environment? Maybe nabuhi ang patient nga healthy, then suddenly na-depress siya. So therefore, there's a gradual change of neurotransmitter imbalance. Or nanapudaan siya, no, because there are researches today that yung parent na yung parent na hindi ready sa kanyang pregnancy, the baby that was in the womb when the mother was not ready for pregnancy develops depression once born. So, yes, no, you could also see that because the mother is the one carrying the baby, so connected to iyahang emotions with the baby. That's also one of the reason why, and according to research, and also if you try to imagine and kanang try to realize if a person was pregnant and dili siya ready mo pagawas nga pregnant siya. 'Di ba we cannot clearly see the stomach? Though, depende sa inyo ha if maayo jud kay mo matan-aw. Pero the baby also felt na dili siya welcome sa world kay the mother was not open to it. But when the mother exposed it to the world nga, I'm pregnant, the baby will eventually show up. Mudako gyud ang bump. Okay, that is just under the census. Census pa lang na under research pa na siya pero it is not yet scientifically based. So it's mas more on the survey pa lang. Pero try to imagine, no, dinood man sa jud, no? The baby really felt what is the mother feeling during time of conception. So when you become mothers, I hope hindi man jud malikayan nga masad ta, no? Or overwhelmed ta sa atong nahitabo. Pero as much as possible, we have to increase faith and be positive despite. Okay. So here we have classification of psychosis. We have your paranoid. Paranoid includes your hallucinations, delusions. Disorganized, that includes your disorganized thoughts, behavior, language. Catatonia, you patient is purely negative. Anong negative magkani siya? Uy, mura man siya ka ng, wala na gid gusto sa world. Yan, maybe a sign of psychosis yan. Undifferentiated, hindi natin na, hindi ta kabalo kung positive ba siya or negative because anytime pwede siya mapakita sa both symptoms. And then residual, kanang normal na siya. Then suddenly at some point nagpakita na po siya. So, ganun. Next. Okay, take note. We have those four again. Here is your mesolimbic area. Again, mesolimbic is solely means positive, right? Therefore, what are the positive symptoms? It includes your hallucinations and delusions. Very good. And next naman, at this area, That is your mesocortical. Suko means negative pathway. So that includes your restrictions of emotions, thoughts, speech, pleasure, attention. And here are your drugs. So your drugs, we have your typical and atypical. So your typical includes your phenothiazine classes, your thioxanthines, and your butyrophenones. So your phenothiazine class includes your um, chlorpromazine, that's under aliphatic. Your aliphatic, then that is your prototype drug. That's also the least potent. We have your piperidine, that is your second most potent, and that's your thiophene. We have also your piperidine, that's your flufenazine. Thioxanthine, thiotexine, butyrophenone. Ma'am, unsa din ni sila? It's chemically based, okay? Chemical structure based. Take note. And then you have to note that we also have your atypical. So your atypical newer agents, these are your bago. New word in it. This is your atypical. This is your second generation. So this is also defined by chemical structure, and that is your heterocyclic structure. So sino sila? We have your clozapine, olanzapine, quetiapine, risperidone, ziprasidone, etc. Okay, question. What do all antipsychotic have in common? They all reduces dopaminergic transmission. So yung first gen or your typical class or your classical, they specifically bind to your D2 receptor dito. Yung namang typical, hindi lang D2. Meron din siyang, mas focus siya sa serotonin, pero meron din siyang D2. So that's why they both reduces D2 transmission. Okay, think of it as your receptor for typical. So automatic targets the receptor. For atypical naman, we have two receptors here. So yun. It binds to two areas. It could bind to your dopa receptor. It could also bind to your serotonin receptor. But it has low affinity to D2 receptor. When you say low affinity, mas favorite niya ang serotonin. So at sometimes, magiging loose yung sa D2 receptor on your atypical area, this one. It will dissociate. This is very tight. This one is very loose. So this one will dissociate. Therefore, ma-remove siya and it goes to the serotonin receptor if may available pa. So therefore, your extra dopamine in the body can still bind to that dopa in your D2 receptor, which is which is also good because we need dopamine naman in other areas. It's not just for the mental and the social, but we also need dopamine for the contraction of the heart, for the kidney to function. So marami pang activities. Okay, take note. Sabi here that as we increase our D2 occupancy, as we increase daw the binding of your drug to D2 receptor para makos siya og blockage, we also increase the EPS. So the higher the activity, the higher the occupancy, we also cause higher EPS. Okay? So we have hypothesis for schizophrenia. This was explained sa table kanina. What are the hypotheses? At first, dopamine. Dopamine hypothesis. How did they say nga meron ning dopamine related? It's because when they give amphetamine and cocaine, it causes psychosis that resembles schizophrenia. So if you remember amphetamine and cocaine, these are releasers, 'di ba, in your adrenergic neurotransmitter. Releasers sila. Therefore, pag when you say releaser, daghan kay epinephrine and norepinephrine mo bind sa receptor. And they found out if we try to give cocaine and amphetamine, daghan kini bind nga dopamine sa receptor that can be seen to the symptoms of psychosis. Okay? Nya, katong pag low dose sila sa amphetamine, kay low doses of amphetamine can induce psychotic reaction in schizophrenic in remission. So, bisag low dose pa, yan, mao gyapon. And with post-mortem tissue, daghan gyud dopamine ang naka-bind sa receptor sa mga schizophrenic. So they also tried to research sa mga patients nga namatay due to yung schizophrenia. So mas daghan daw activity ilahang dito receptor. Next, we have your serotonin hypothesis. So, hallucinogens like your LSD and mescaline, your LSD is lysergic acid, diethylamide, and your mescaline, kay hallucinogenic man ni sila. Yun na sila yung murag hallucinations. We give this drug. So they found out that these drugs, they are serotonin agonist. After binding to the receptor, nag-hallucinogen na sila. Nanay hallucinations, which is markable symptoms of your psychosis. And because of that reason, this is now the key mechanism of action of your antipsychotic class 2 or your second gen or your typical drug. Okay? Next naman yung glutamate. So, preclinical studies showed that hypofunction of your NMDA receptors contribute to the pathophysiology of schizophrenia. So, kung dili po daw siya actively working yung NMDA, it also causes problem. Even if it's a stimulatory receptor, pag di sa dyan mo work, napoy problem. Therefore, we have to modulate. Okay? Activation of glycine. Di ba NMDA is glutamate man? Glycine is inhibitory. So, there was suggestion that um, effects on clozapine on negative symptoms and cognition may be through the activation of glycine modulatory site and NMDA. So we still have glycine sites and NMDA. So if we try to give that, no, kanang naaday possibility nga mo lower ang negative symptoms when we give clozapine. That's why we have to modulate ng NMDA. Okay. Again, dito agonist, imuhang typical. Ang typical naman, it's serotonin. D2 antagonist, and then afterwards, your D2 will dissociate. We have other effects. So for your typical natay antagonism of your H1, take note, natay other side effect. I mean, yeah, natay mga side effect, and your side effects naman um can be predicted. It is known. Though dili siya dose related, so it's type 2 ADR kasi expected siya. It's bizarre, but you know already kasi recorded na siya. It's because nasa din siya antagonism sa H1. Napod siya antagonism sa M1. Napod siya antagonism sa alpha 1. So therefore, kabalo na ka, kung imong i-block ang H1, unsa man na antihistamine 1 causing katugon, sudukaon. Okay? And then M1, acid. Okay? Alpha 1, um, low, therefore may hypotension. Okay, similarly with your atypical, we have antagonism of your H1, M1, alpha 1. So similar lang gihapon. So naagyapon siya possibility of katugon. So mo sa ni makapakalma sa patient. Ni lower iyahang symptoms of psychosis, yung kataod-taod makalma siya. And that may be the reason why tinawag natin siyang major tranquilizer. Mawala yung anxiety, mawala yung fear, to the point nga ma-normal iyahang mental kanang vision. At the same time, dukaon siya. Okay? During 90s na nakita na to ang second. Okay? And then the problem lang with your second, more likely na ano siya weight gain. Dili na siya weight gain. So we have here in your phase 1, we have your chlorpromazine. Siya mismo ang mo promote oxidation and weight gain. We also have your drugs, pimozide and molindone. This is still under typical class drugs. Under typical class drugs where what na belong ani nga mga structure. Okay? And if you are to ask me, ma'am, unsa day ang drug of choice sa schizophrenia? We have a lot, no? We have pwede naman tong mga base, mata na kaning clozapine better na siya kay last na iyahang EPS. Pero for today, ang always ginareseta ni doctor is your haloperidol. That's very common in the market. Your chlorpromazine naman is very common po. Tag-city ra ni before sa ako ang work. I always dispense this. Daghan kay mig patient nga nagainom ani. And yun na nga, they always ask if kanang always ba siya available. Yun na nga ang problem. Even if it's we think it's cheap or it's taken every day, 7 times 30. Mahal sad siya kung dinaghanan. So people buy it every day para igo ra daw sa ilang kwarta. And they always ask if daghan bag stocks because if in kani nga case na earthquake or na ay bagyo or na ay other calamity, diha ton sila luoy because they can only bought sufficient amount of tablets to their patients. Tas kung manirado, mo na siya ang problem or mahalahutdan pod. That's why pharmacy class, umulan, bumagyo, always na abli. Mas mahadlok ka sa tambal kaysa sa balay. That's the reality. Even when during Odette, nahadlok ko di ka duty, it's because, no, I'm handling the drugs. I'm the pharmacist in that pharmacy, so di na maabli pag wala ko. And then, what will happen to my patients? And luckily, because wala man to transportation during that time, my manager was also a pharmacist, volunteered to have an all-day duty. So yun na class. Very important atong job because a patient cannot restore its normal function pag wala ang tambal. Indications, first reason why we give this, psychiatric indications, yun yung mga positive and negative symptoms. And schizophrenia, catatonic, schizoaffective, also psychotic symptoms associated with Parkinson's. And then, if inana nagyang kuan class, if nana siya psychotic symptoms due to patients with Parkinson's, ano gay ma'am? Si Parkinson's, gamay na siya og dopamine. So we treat your Parkinson's by enhancing dopamine. Moto natin mga ergot derivatives, natay non-ergot derivatives, naatay katong DDC inhibitor, natay MAO inhibitor, natay COMT inhibitor, just to increase dopamine in the receptor sa brain. Pero if masubraan sa tag-dopamine sa brain, mo na sa problema. Na naputay psychotic symptoms. So, naatay nahibaw-an nga tambal nga maka-help ana nga condition without causing psychosis. So, we have anti-Parkinson drug, um, yes, without, this one, sorry, hindi siya anti-Parkinson drug. It is an antipsychotic drug approved for the treatment of psychosis in Parkinson. Ngano man to gani, nisaka na ang dopamine sa brain. So atong buhaton i-lower na to ang dopamine. Nya kung i-lower niyo ang dopamine, mobalik na pud ang Parkinson's. That's why we have a separate drug that treats the psychotic ngani nga case. So this is your pimavanserin. Again, your pimavanserin, that is a selective serotonin inverse agonist. So wala siya dopamine antagonist. Iyahang gitarget sa psychosis kay imong serotonin. Okay, so this is an investigational drug gihapon, but yan nanagyapon ni gamit ani. Parang naging ano siya. Sa tawag nga tambal for a rare disease. Drug development, I forgot. Forgot. Sige, tell me. If you can remember, message me unsa to nga tambal ka ng orphan drug. Orphan drug. Okay. Di naman siya for ano, pero it was studied and then hindi siya naging orphan drug, pero more likely pag na-approve na yung investigation. Pero yan, it was found out nga pwede siya for psychosis sa Parkinson nga patient. Non-psychiatric indication. For non-psychiatric indication, pwede po magamit atong antipsychotic drug. So, dili ta judgmental. So, when the pharmacy moingon gani nga, ma'am, kanang, palit ako chlorpromazine, ma'am. Tapos mga na siya, para asa din akong tambal, ma'am. So, dili ka moingon dayon nga, psychosis, ma'am. Di na ba yung patient makadong sa luyo? Ay, ano day ka, ma'am? The idea ba of psychosis, no? Kay they always thought buang. Because during my time also, I heard different branch kay ningon nga, ma'am, para asa din akong tambal. Then the person sa luyo, nakakita man siya tambal. Then ingon din ang patient sa luyo nga, ay, parihatag tambal ma'am, para buang. So, unsa i-feel sa patient, no? Maybe katong isa kay proud siya, pero kato ang nipalit kay wala ka ba nga mo din na yung tambal sa doctor giingon no doctor didn't even told her nga na di kay kuan ma'am kanang symptoms of this kind of problem. So of course ma-feel sa patient nga depressed jud siya if ginana man gyud ang case especially for patient nga that is very professional and high order thinking. So you have to ask the patient, para asa day ang imong gikonsulta sa doctor? Unsa imong complaint? Daghan man gud niya. Patient will say, "Ha, pharmacist ka nya wa ka kabalo ani nga tambal?" So of course no, you have to be calm. Expect those kind of answers sa patient. So just to help them protect their issue and also protect their health, you inform them that this drug, ma'am, daghan siya og possible gamitan. So moingon na gani siya, "Namo gud ko'y kuan, ma'am." So you can say nga magpakalma ni siya. Kay it's a major tranquilizer man, so makapakalma siya. It's also strong antiemetic effect, di siya makapasuka. So with this, because of this strong antiemetic effect, natay pinaka number one nga drug nga gigamit ani, it's your prochlorperazine. Your prochlorperazine, it is found in your first gen drug, gigamit na siya as antiemetic. It is an antipsychotic drug nga gigamit nga antiemetic. We also have your benzkinamide. Take note, your benzkinamide is also considered. Next, we have your H1 receptor blocking or your pruritus. So, kay mo block man siya H1, so mangatol siya, wala ang pangatol. So, na di tendency ma'am no nga kung na-psychosis ang patient kay naa siya pangatol. I'm not sure pero I have a patient sa ako ang previous work. You could really see that there's problem in her. Kay ano lang, you can really see her, something wrong with her attitude and behavior. Pero dili na siya maminaw nako, I don't know, maybe kita siya sa akong nameplate nga pharmacist. And then, I explained her well naman, magbalik-balik lang ang question and you just have to be calm and you have to be considerate and understandable and understanding. So, I informed her nga, kanilang ma'am, nakoy tambal, yan yung, no, yung pinaka-common, yung calmosepine, yung mga skin protectant lang, pero hindi talaga na nawawala, no. So, yun, nakita ko sa reseta, may ano pala siya, problem with the here, mental issue. So, usa dito pag di siya makatumar mangatol yung feeling. And one example is your promethazine drug. We also have your droperidol. That's the most common. Droperidol is another family of your haloperidol. So we discussed your neuroleptanesthesia before in your anesthesia. So in your neuroleptanesthesia, we have your droperidol, nitrous oxide, and your fentanyl. Am I right? Fentanyl ba yun? Let me verify. Yeah, that's correct. It's your nitrous oxide and 2O, tapos fentanyl and your droperidol. Take note, okay? Your neuroleptanalgesia naman, it's just your fentanyl and your nitrous oxide. So here in your table 219-1, you'd see here the levels of the different category of your antipsychotic drugs with their affinity. Clinical potency, your EPS, sedative, and hypotensive. Kaya naman sila alpha-1 blocker, so therefore na siya anti-hypertensive effect or hypotensive effect. So take note on this. And these are naman the uses and the effect, I mean not the uses but the adverse effect for autonomic nervous system into alpha-1. Muscarinic blockade. Kung may kag muscarinic blockade, naa siya katong panginit sa lawas. Anti-muscarinic o panginit sa lawas, redness. Okay. And because of that, no, dry mouth. Yes, dry mouth also. Ugang kay ang panit, constipate sila. And then alpha-1 orthostatic hypotension, failure to ejaculate, impotence. For central nervous system, Parkinson's, dystonia, yan, tardive dyskinesia. Endocrine naman, amenorrhea, dili dili magdugo. Ang galactorrhea, it's nagsigi og breast milk, no, nagsigi lactate. Or there could also be infertility, impotence, but take note, the most common yun, especially for type class 2 or your second gen or your atypical class is weight gain. Take note, weight gain. And next we have your, okay, sedation, postural hypotension, anticholinergic, endocrine like prolactin, secretion, and then hypersensitivity, idiosyncratic, malignant neuroleptic syndrome, manginit ang lawas, weight gain, and other neurological side effects. So you can also have this mnemonics. Daghan gyud mnemonics class pero you just have to understand lang ha. Sa problem. So it could be QT prolongation, elevated lipids, weight gain, dizziness. So we have here. So if masabtan lang nimo ang iyang receptor gi-block, makasabot ra pud ka sa adverse effect. Okay? We have also here acute dystonia, that is spasm in the muscle of the tongue, face, neck back, and it may mimic seizures but not hysteria. Um, parang feeling of paranoia. So treatment for that spasm, you can give diphenhydramine and promethazine. And then we also have your akathisia. This is naman your restlessness, hindi ka nare-rest even if you're rested. And then you have to do a change or reduce dose or change the drug. Hindi naman tayo yung nag-change. You just have to inform the doctor nga ito na yung patient condition or the patient has to go back to that clinic for it to be changed, yung drug niya. We can also give benzodiazepine, propranolol. Next, we have your Parkinson's. Parkinsonism. Kasi we tried to lower naman the dopamine. So with that, we give your, para dili tamang kaigo ni dopamine, we give your antimuscarinic. Sino sila? Si trihexyphenidyl, si prochlorcyclidine, benztropine. Sige. So, kindly, kindly message or drop okay. Okay, kindly comment in my video okay here in YT or anywhere asan din ako i-post. Kindly comment okay. Okay, if you reached this slide and then you understood. And that way, I could see nga nag-follow pa mo sa akong discussion. Okay? Okay, kindly write okay. Okay? And then here naman, we have your neuroleptic malignant syndrome. Ano ba yung neuroleptic malignant syndrome? This is when you see catatonia, stupor, fever, unstable blood pressure, mm, and then myoglobinemia, and which is really be fatal. Yung catatonia is uncontrollable body movement. So what is the treatment for this? So in your neuroleptic malignant syndrome, fever, here very dangerous tong fever dito. So before we give other drug, we have to stop your neuroleptic immediately. Even if naam na other problem, i-stop kay mas grabe ni nga problem, makamatay ni siya. Fatal. Okay? So you stop immediately your neuroleptic drug. Instead, you give dantrolene. Your dantrolene is the drug of choice for your malignant hyperthermia. You may also give bromocriptine just to increase the dopamine nga imong gipa-lower. Pero dili na siya inana ka ano. If dili nimo ma-stop ang neuroleptic, well then wala gyapon ni gamit. So stop it and then you give na lang this to as augment lang. Next, we have your rabbit syndrome or your perioral tremor. Anti-Parkinson's imong ihatag. Tardive dyskinesia. So, what is tardive dyskinesia? That's the most common symptoms of your Parkinson, 'di ba? Rigidity, tardive dyskinesia. Your tardive dyskinesia, this is your involuntary movement of the tongue, your face, trunk, extremities that occur in patient treated with your dopaminergic antagonist, your TD. Um, Sometimes people with this have grimacing, nung lahi ang baba, and then naka-stick out yung tongue, tapos naka-smack yung lips. Sige daw, naka, li, naka something grimace, maglahi og ngisi, and then nakagawas yung tongue, and then sometimes kay naka-smack, sa man smack. So, kindly do a smack daw. Sige, ganun siya. So, what do we do with that? We have to stop your neuroleptic. And aside from stopping, we can give your diazepam, which is to calm down the patient. And also change to clozapine. Do not give your first gen kasi it has higher EPS. Yung tardive dyskinesia is one of the problem with EPS. Okay. Okay, for EPS, we have your Parkinson's-like, tardive dyskinesia. And yung weight gain, yeah, most likely 40% nakaka-weight gain to. Possibly also histamine. Sexual dysfunction could happen. It's because of lack of norepinephrine and your serotonin. Um, Kano sa ganito mag-erect? Mag-erect siya kung relax ang receptor sa vasodilation. Okay? The penis will erect pag relax siya, vasodilated siya. Pag naman excited siya, na siya sa fight or flight, it's more of ejaculation, right? And ejaculation, that is where we see the semen, the carrying of the sperm, no, the fluid carrying the sperm. So kung ma-block na siya, always ra siya vasodilated, no? Wala siya release. So that's one of the problem mag sexual dysfunction sa patients, and there will be loss of libido or decrease of sexual desire and anorgasm. Wala talagang ability to achieve orgasm. So people with family life, no, that have active in sexual life tend to have a lot of problem regarding this side. So hindi na nga yun, yung patient, hindi na fertile. Hindi naman hindi siya fertile, pero hindi na siya active kasi wala na siyang drive. So this will become a concern to a couple, at the same time possibility of depression. Okay. There could be retrograde ejaculation, loss of libido, and there could also be a possibility of 1% lang naman, less than 1% of grand mal seizure. Your neuroleptic, it's not also that great, pero it still happens. No, you cannot deny the fact that it also happens. Treatment, discontinue the medicine, give treatment for fever and cardiac problem. Sensitivity to the sun, yeah. So people with psychosis also tend to have kanang mahalo og init. So parang vampire, right? So we have this drug, phenothiazine drug, which is your chlorpromazine. They tend to be sensitive to the skin, to the sunlight. So when they are open to sunlight, they will look bruised. So na yung mga magpasa because they causes pigmentation. That's grayish purple, looking like bruise. So in the eye, there could also be cloudiness to vision, which could possibly lead to permanent impairment sa eyes. Agranulocytosis, possibility with your clozapine. Ano ba yung agranulocytosis? This is a decrease of your white blood cell levels. Reduce of white blood cell count. Therefore, patients taking this one can have the possibility of infection. So reduce white blood cell count. Even if it's just 1%, it's one of the ADR, bizarre activity of your clozapine. Clozapine again is the prototype in your second gen. Okay. Jaundice could also happen. So, napakaraming problema, no? Tinetreat nga natin yung psychosis, pero meron pa palang ibang problem. Okay. Next. So, limitations of conventional antipsychotics. Um, one-third patients with schizophrenia fail to respond. The limited efficacy against, there are still cases nga dili na to ma-treat like negative symptoms. So we can just treat positive, not the negative. We can also treat the negative, not the positive. So that there is still limitations. Cognitive deficits, high proportion in patients relapse. So there are still patients that even they are treated, there's still a possibility nga mubalik sa ilaha. Side effects and compliance issue. So yun. So what are the antipsychotic drugs? So we have here. So memorize all these. Sa yun ang common. Don, in, Zol. So take note, no? Take note. Brexpiprazole. is different from pantoprazole and omeprazole. You have to take note. We have also your aripiprazole. Aripiprazole that is in your second gen. Hindi yan klase ni pantoprazole. Take note. And yung mga Doan, very common yan. Olanzapine, that's very common. We have the drug, um, Olavex ba yun? Let me write now. Olanzapine brand. Zyprexa. Yan, very good. Your Zyprexa, you have to take note last. Kasi baka lalabas na sa board. Daghan kinigaw sa board exam ng mga brand name. So whenever you'll have your internship, take that time to memorize the all possible common brand names. Kasi si ang tawag doon, Sir Aldrin Santiago, he is the manager of the Mac Medical City, Medical City, yung sikat na hospital in Manila, aside from St. Luke's. And he's the, parang ipangalawa. Last year, he was the chairman of the board, but now si Ma'am Royo na naman. So, ano yung specialty ni Sir Aldrin? It's hospital. Therefore, gusto niya yung mga brand generic, mechanism of action. He had also an expertise towards marketing and manufacturing. So, maayo po siya mga manof. So, diha po ta magka-problema if siya na po ang main sa exams. Okay? I have this mnemonics, crazy blobs. So, if you want to use that, pwede naman. Kaya ikaw na bahala. Okay, you can use this one, first generation azine, except for haloperidol and thioxine. And then second gen, we have your Doan and Pin. Zol also is included. Okay, you can also use that. So here are my last few slides. So these are just the uniqueness of different drugs. So clozapine, this is your prototype of your second generation, right? Your atypical. Again, for the second generation is atypical. Atypical. Yung typical is the first gen, yung second gen is atypical. So selectively blocks your avoiding nigrostriatal pathway. So even if it's second gen, naa siya activity towards dito. So pangutanon gyud sa question, which of the following second generation has an EPS? A little EPS activity, or highest EPS activity but still under class 2 or second generation is your clozapine. Okay, kasi it could still block. Also block H1, modulate. Okay, what's the thing about clozapine? They have possibility of agranulocytosis. Okay? Higher risk of seizures. And then, dali masakit. So I want you to remember clozapine as close the door. Clozapine, close the door. Dili na to pagawson because gamay ang white blood cell, dali masakit. So that's your agranulocytosis. Next, mas mosamot pa yun ang agranulocytosis pag nakakar siya mo gawas. Okay, pag nakakar siya nakagawas. Next, we have your risperidone. So your risperidone naman, this is fewer side effects of your clozapine and first line approach treatment na to siya. Effective for both positive and negative. Though EPS are small, pero if we try to increase the dose, it could still be seen. It shares sedation, weight, rapid heartbeat, orthostatic hypotension, elevated prolactin, and here take note, no agranulocytosis risk in comparison with the earlier drug. Also increased risk in stroke and elderly. So I want you to remember risperidone as if referee. Again, I want you to remember risperidone as referee. So you target both positive and negative. Tapos basta maglagot sa ring, 'di ba, kay magsumbagay. So therefore, na siya risk sa EPS kung nanay kalagot. When you increase the dose, mag-away na rin nanay EPS. And then imagine na si referee nga tambok, high weight gain. I'm not, again, this class is not about racist or nagtabi-tabad against. We are using those words just to remember for mnemonics purposes. So the referee is chubby because it causes weight gain. We also have, kung na si referee sa tunga sa ring, ito mag-away na siya excitement to increase heart rate, rapid heart rate. And kung saan siya pag ano, kung saan man siya pag ato dito kung magtambok man siya to, therefore na siya, no? And then there is this murag jiggling effect sa iyang breast kasi ano man siya, naman siya elevated prolactin. So there's a possibility nga na siya man boobs. Tapos, kay chubby man siya, before siya nakabarog sa ring, kay nalipong siya, there's a possibility of hypotension. And kung masuko pa gyud siya, possibility of stroke pa gyud. And then, um, there's also a problem, possible siya mo cause og anxiety pag dili siya ma-stop ang activity. Very focused sa ring. Again, balik ko na to ang mnemonics ni Risperidone. Risperidone is like referee kasi duha iyang gitarget, both positive and negative. And imagine referee as a big man, parang judo, no? Parang ganun siya. Okay, I want you to remember him like that. Na siya boobs. And then, ano ba yan? So that's a feat lang na siya, imagine lang. So he's a big man, both positive and negative iyahang target symptoms. And then, mato siya sa ring, na siya anxiety, tas chubby siya, therefore it causes weight gain. And then na siya man boobs, therefore na siya prolactin secretion. Tapos, na siya possibility sa stroke kay musaka man yung rapid heartbeat kumado siya sa ring. Labi na musaka ang dose, kung musaka ang dose, kay musaka man ang EPS, so magsukmagay to sila dito. And then, if molingkod siya, niya mukha siya barog, malipong siya. There's hypotension, orthostatic hypotension. Remember, risperidone as referee. Si clozapine kay, close the door because of agranulocytosis. Yan mo, bawal pag siya samutan, kuyugan og carbamazepine kay mosamot ang agranulocytosis. Next, we have olanzapine. And I want you to remember olanzapine. Ito yung brand name niya, Zyprexa. Ito, take note, improve negative symptoms, argued to be better than risperidone in extrapyramidal symptoms or issue, do not cause prolactin elevation, and there is a reduced agranulocytosis. Therefore, this drug is good. That's why it's very expensive also. So we have this in the market. Meron siyang plain and meron siyang ODT. Okay, take note when you see the word ODT, that means orodispersible tablet. So when you say orodispersible tablet, once you just place it in the tongue, mo melt siya. So it's good for patients nga na attack of psychosis. Maduka na yun siya. Okay? So I want you to remember olanzapine as a happy pill. So happy, better siya. Better siya. Why? Happy sun. So happy, pwede siya magawas, kay di siya mo cause og agranulocytosis. Sexy sad siya, kay di siya mo himo og man boobs. And then, wala sad siya issue, wala siya anger issue, kay di man siya mo form og EPS. That's olanzapine. Very good. Next, we have your certain dole. Your certain dole naman, negative gyapon yang i-treat. So, low risk in extrapyramidal symptoms, which is very effective. Major advantage, no sedation, very mild prolactin lang, pero mukha siyang hypotension, tachycardia, weight gain. Common side effect niya kay rhinitis, reduced ejaculatory volume, not associated with disturbed function. And concern niya is cardiac death due to cardiac arrhythmia, led to voluntary removal in 1988. So it may be good, no? It was released in 1995. And then, when at first, ninot jud siya. You'd see, wala siya maka-stop ang negative symptoms, wala siya EPS, wala siya sedation, wala siya prolactin. Very good siya until nakitaan ang mga bad side. So I want you to remember certain dole as good sir. Good sir. So it's like good professor nga sir. Why? Because he's like a papa. Papa in the sense nga i-stop ang negative sa balay, dili manukmagay, anya di pud siya dali malipong, di siya dali katugon kay magbantay lagi sa bata sa balay. And then dili pod siya nandun siya gamay nga man boobs. Kay ano man siya, papa figure, pero yun lang, malipong mobarog, sabi siya nga sir, tapos na siya problem sa heart. So yun na nga, imagine him as a softy papa. So maglingkod sa chair nga chubby, tapos malipong kumubarog, and then ay problema sa heart. That is Sir Tindol. And then we have also non-psychiatric indications. We have your chlorpromazine that is used for antiemetics. We have your prochlorperazine. You can also use your haloperidol. Anesthesia, yun yung droperidol together with fentanyl. Intractable hiccups, we have your chlorpromazine and your haloperidol. Yung hindi nawawala na hiccups, you can also treat that with this one. So, i-relax lang niya imuhang reflex. Next, we have your quetiapine. Your quetiapine, wala siyang extrapyramidal syndrome. It can cause sleepiness, orthostatic hypotension, weight gain. And it has also your anticholinergic effect. So, nasa dry mouth. Okay? And does not elevate prolactin. So, I want you to remember quetiapine as parang squad. You can just remember the uses, no? You don't need to use mnemonics. Or if you want to use the mnemonics, you can use squad. So, kinsa man na si S. S stands for sedation. C stands for constipation. Sedation, constipation, weight gain, dizziness, and your dry mouth. May pasabot nimo ma'am. Magkita ta squad. So kitya. So magkita ta squad. Squad stands for sedation, constipation, weight gain, dizziness, and your dry mouth. Okay, if you want to use that, well, you can. Next, we have your ziprasidone. Your ziprasidone naman, this was newer drug. It was made 2001. It has similar advantage of others pero argued not to cause weight gain, which is quite good, right? Ang problem lang good niya, kay it can cause cardiac arrhythmia. And aside from cardiac arrhythmia, it has anxiolytic and antidepressant. Which is good. Anxiolytic, makawala siya sa anxiety, makawala siya sa depression. Kaso lang, heart lang gid ang problem. So it can promote QT prolongation. So unsa pag-remember, you may use the mnemonic Z. So imo nang i-flip. If imo siya i-flip, it will become like that, no? If imo na siya i-flip, it will become ganon. So therefore, there would be arrhythmia. So QT prolongation. So you can use that. Zip for zipper heart curve. Okay, do you understand the discussion so far? I hope you're not sleeping. This is just, I would love to discuss this in person, pero parang sayang ang time if I don't discuss this online. So I hope you're listening so that nana mo nakuha nga information. So whenever we'll meet face to face, ano na lang siya, recap na lang and any clarifications na lang and drills naman. So in short, we have the following drugs. So you'd see this in your katzong, nara dito tanan. And ako lang gi-simplify and sa mga common features nga dapat natong hinumduman. So I want to end the discussion that psychosis is not a one-time treatment. When you take that one pill, automatic, wala na. Hindi. Yung psychosis naman is, we might see it in the science as um, neurotransmitter imbalance. Pero human is really a magical thing. As I always say, we are magical. And there are things that science cannot explain. We have to be kind always. To whoever we meet, even if imo ba ng enemy, we have to be kind. So as a pharmacist, our role does not just end in giving or dispensing drugs. We also have to be compassionate. And that's one of the big reason why and how we are not capable of being replaced by AI. So we can't be replaced by AI because of our compassionate means and golden heart. So I hope you learned something for today's discussion. And I hope you become good pharmacists in the future. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you next week. Goodbye, class.